That came out of nowhere. All right, are we live?
We're live.
Is anybody watching? Two.
Bless their hearts. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to get going?
I'm ready.
Here we go. All right, 3, 2. Welcome to the After 2 Beers podcast. I'm Dutch Dalton, joined as always by Kim Keller
That's me.
and our newest cohort, who put it himself, Michael Summers. What's going on? Hey, buddy. This week's show, we're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to take some of the stuff that we've done already that's been really good and then tweak it, because that's what you do. When it's not broke, you fix it.
I'm a great tweaker. Wait a minute.
I don't know.
No.
We should do Tweaker of the Week. Oh, we have so many options.
Just in this town.
That's the point. Yeah. We're going to do the famous Am I the Asshole segment, and this week it's just a picture that says 1,000 words. And we're going to start with a picture, and then we're going to go from there. We're going to pick who the asshole is in the photo. And I'll put some background to it. We have Gibblers, Giblets, and we've only got one news story this week. And it's about Jason Aldean, and he warns us about trying shit in small towns. And I think between all of this stuff, we're going to have plenty of time to chat. And if we don't go a full hour, that's okay. Most people have probably already turned this off.
Yeah, I mean, we started late, so they're like, yeah, man.
We're out of here. I'd be willing to bet anyone that actually watches our show doesn't go to bed at 8:30. Unless it's the coolest grandpa ever. We want to make sure we get started. We do our thank yous. First of all, thank you to all of our Patreon sponsors. You guys are the guys that keep it going for a gal. Eric, Kevin, Mike, Brad, Jordan, and Debbie. Thank you all very much for being supporters of the show. Thank you. If you've ever supported the show in the past, you're absolutely keeping our refrigerator full. I want you guys to do me a favor. I've said it twice.
Yes.
This is AJ tells me I say the word absolutely too much.
Oh, I've got that too.
Absolutely, I do too.
Absolutely.
All right, so I want to count how many times I say it tonight.
Oh,
I got
man.
told it could be a drinking game.
Hold on, let me take my shoes
Me?
off.
All of us.
Oh, really? All right.
Taking my shoes off.
We also want to make sure we thank our buddy Kevin Shook, who has this amazing studio here at 8 South 8th here in Richmond, Indiana. And if you're looking to do a podcast or your own little video show, or you just want to like capture some media for maybe work, you should reach out to Kevin and Global Media Enterprises. It's a phenomenal facility. He does a lot of on-ground site stuff for people too, so lots of options there with Kevin. So if you'd like to be on our show, we'd love to have you. I think we can fit 4. We have done 4 in here before.
Yeah.
So we can. We may start
scooch.
bringing more people onto the show if it's cool with Kevin.
Yeah.
And then I'd love to talk about doing the show live in person
Again?
Maybe once a
No
month,
bedpan.
not all the time. I can't-
No bedpan.
Okay.
Well, Kevin would have to be involved, and I don't want to commit him or us to trying to do this shit weekly.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But we would
put it
absolutely do the bedpan. It may not get recorded and aired.
Okay, there we go.
That would be
you
the
go.
benefit of showing up to being
Live.
live.
Right.
Bedpan.
Oh, because I'm telling you, the stuff we used to talk about in the bedpan, we got asked about anal beads multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I
And
told-
secretions.
Right.
Yeah,
Mostly
yeah.
from the women's side, but sometimes
right.
the men. And whether or not you should get new sex toys with a new partner, or if washing is simply good enough.
Dishwasher washing?
Yeah, whatever you want to use. You can take it to one of them places where you wash your car and spray it. Whatever you want to do.
Just whatever.
Those are the kinds of. Here's one, and there was probably 50 or 60 people watching us that night, and somebody, are you a stand-up wiper, or are you like a crouch wiper?
Yeah.
These are the questions that we get in the bedpan.
We need to know this.
Maybe that's why we should do these again. Also, make sure you go to our webpage. You can find stickers that we have available to sell. I just got an offer today. If you need a shout out, I'm going to give a shout out to a company now. It's called Sticker Mule. And if you ever need to make your own stickers or buttons or magnets or keychains, they're really affordable. You don't have to reference me. This isn't our way of trying to get paid. It's just I'm giving a shout out to those guys. And so if you check out our page, they're $3. They're free shipping. My thought is that most of the sales will be here locally, so I can just handle it from home. But I do have
deliver them to your mailbox.
Yeah, I'll do, or meet you at the bar.
We'll do a little dance in your blink camera.
Buy me a shot and I'll give you a sticker.
There you go.
Seems like that should be a slogan.
That's a phenomenal slogan.
I'm gonna go hang out at bars and be like, just buy me a shot and I'll hand you a sticker.
I'll give you a sticker.
We should all do that.
Yep.
Is that like panhandling?
I don't know if I can handle that though. How are we gonna set a limit on stickers?
I don't know. We got hundreds of them right now. I wish people would buy them. But you can also find. I've really gone through and redone the web page, and all the episodes that we've done, I've gone through and really divided them up. So all the celebrities that we've interviewed, which is over 30.
Wow.
There's been some monumental ones too.
Yeah, I had no idea it was that high, and I may try to. It's up to Kevin, but we might have. I kind of have the itch to try to do some more of those. But the problem is a lot of times they have to be in the middle of the day.
I do work a block away.
Yeah, that'd be a cool reason to like take a lunch break, right?
There's my lunch break.
Yeah, and then we've also done a shit ton of history.
Yeah,
and it's at the After Two Beers kind of pace and sound of it too, so you can go out there and check it. And I broke it down by category. We've done 2 on Abraham Lincoln.
Nice.
We forgot.
Once on him being a badass wrestler, and once when he sold liquor, and that little he was a barkeep.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, man, you should go listen to our podcast.
I don't remember. I don't remember that one.
It's been a few years.
That's been a few years
Oh,
ago.
man.
We've burned some brain cells since then.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's true. All right. Are you guys ready to get into the show
Yes.
now that
Let's
I've got
do
all
it.
that out of the way?
Let's
It's
dive
probably the
in.
longest we've gone, but the Patreon link is also available to you, and I threw a tip jar on
Nice.
our webpage.
Yeah.
Our webpage is After Two Beers, after2beers.com. That's the number 2. You can find us on all the major social media pages as well. And if you're watching us, you can listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. And if you're listening to us, you can go back to our Facebook page and watch old episodes. And I was trying to download the videos yesterday, and some of them don't line up great from Facebook, and it looks like a 90s.
Are we in Godzilla?
It looks
Are we
like a
doing Godzilla
90s,
movies?
yeah, like a 90s Jackie Chan movie. Only we weren't doing karate. The only thing we were beating up was our liver. So, all right, are you guys ready to jump into the show now?
Absolutely.
All right, so here's our. You guys are like, fuck, shut up, Dalton. You got diarrhea of the mouth over there.
No, he said the A word, so we had to drink.
I thought Ponder was bringing us shots. You know, before we jump into this, here again, I have ADD. It's been diagnosed. If you want to come watch us live, we'd love to have you.
Please do. It's a blast.
I invite people all the time. We've invited Amber. We've invited Missy. I invited my neighbor Josh. I've invited
Andy
Floyd. That's right.
Yes.
The mind-blowing guy. Debbie Burdett, you're one of our Patreons that live here local. If you want to come, we'd love to have you. And we provide the alcohol because it comes out of what you guys give us on Patreon. It's a good deal. Speaking of which, JP, do you have an extra beer in there maybe?
Or 2.
Or 3?
He's on his way.
Well, joke's on you guys. This is well after 2, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, man. If you're watching the show, make sure you send us a... none of that was on video.
None of it was on camera.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. He pulled his junk out and then twisted it around.
Oh, my God.
On his, was it his junk or his sack?
Oh.
I don't know.
And just...
I didn't think his perineum could make such a noise.
I didn't either. Man's got talent.
You know, that's the thing about living in the United States. You get to hear commercials that about drugs that may give you an infection of the perineum.
Oh, my gosh. Really?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
but you'll
I-
see straight.
Right. Hey, you won't have stomach problems,
Right.
but by God, you're going to have an inflamed perineum.
Your ass is going to leak.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard on, but you can't. No one's gonna want to look. What is this giant scab on your perineum?
Don't worry about that.
Well, just enjoy the hard on. Oh man, how many times I've said that in my life?
Right. Too many.
Just
All
enjoy
right. We're gonna jump into it. All right, this is our Reddit story for the week, and we're doing it a little different. It's the Am I the Asshole? Now, typically, and I love Reddit, there's all these different subgroups that you can go into, and there's one called Am I the Asshole? And basically, it's people that have done something that they're like, I might have fucked up. But I want to get random strangers' opinions to know if I'm an asshole or not, right?
Am I or not?
Yeah, so normally we read them. It's a lot of times it has to do with in-laws because in-laws are the worst. We talked about that on the last show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I actually, this time around I enjoy them. Not that I don't enjoy my old ones. I enjoy some of them. I'm just going to be
Just
straight up.
sometimes, right.
Yeah. We've all been there, right? Can't pick family.
I'm
You
gonna
can't
plead
pick
the
your
fifth.
in-laws. All right. So we are going to talk specifically this week about if Kevin could bring the picture up. It was a concert that occurred on July 15th. And if you guys haven't
Oh, yeah.
seen the details of this is a very important picture
I
here.
commented on it.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Somebody posted it before. I don't care who you are. They paid money to be there, and I'm sure it was a lot of money.
right. Okay. So let's give the background here, and then we'll get into the Am I the Asshole? Because the ultimate question comes down, in this picture, somebody is an asshole. I don't know who it is yet.
Okay.
We're going to discuss it, and we're going to come up with it as a group. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And then I'd love to have people in the studio. AJ, you've got to have an opinion on this. Jump up to the mic when you get a chance.
Yep.
And then if you're watching this live. So here's the deal. It's a July 15th concert. That's Miranda Lambert that's on stage there. During that performance, only a few bars into her hit track Tin Man, which I went and listened to. It's kind of a slow song.
It's a great song.
She says, I'm going to stop right here for a second. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit, she says, motioning to an area in the crowd, which, as you can see in this picture,
It's right here.
they're amazing seats. I mean, you can't miss it, right?
Right.
She says, I don't like it at all. We're here to hear some country music, and I'm singing some country music. I fucked that all up. Let me read it again. I don't like it at all, she says. We're here to hear some country music. That's what threw me off. It was the back-to-back years. She goes, I'm singing some country music. Sit down, she told the group. Shall we start again? And the crowd, she asked the crowd, right? So you following me so far?
Okay.
That's a lot of stumbles.
Yep.
No, you're
But that's why it's called After Two Beers. Ponder's going to be later. He's like, man, it was pretty good except for that time when you stumbled over the Miranda Lambert part. I'm like, do you know the name of the show? It's not called After Two
After
Beers.
one beer.
After one take, precisely. Anyways, she said, while she continued to sing, Lambert received mixed reactions from the crowd. Some began to holler, cheer, and whistle for the 39-year-old, while others left the arena in protest. In a fan-recorded video, a person can be heard saying to those around her, let's go, come on. You don't do that to your fans. I'm assuming that's how it sounded.
We don't do that to our fans.
Don't do that.
In a conversation with NBC News, one of those selfie-taking fans, Adalia Cayenne, claimed that she and her friends had only stood up for a few seconds to take the photo, and we were about to sit back down when Lambert called them out. She says, I felt like I was back at school with the teacher scolding me for doing something wrong and telling me to sit back down in my place.
Right.
I feel like she was determined to make us look like we were young, immature, and vain, but we're just grown women in our 30s
And
to
vain.
60s.
Sorry.
I know who Kim's picking for Am I the Asshole? Lambert's move has turned some fans off. In her most recent Instagram post, a series of photos she shared last night to mark the end of this phase of her Las Vegas residency before she returns in the fall. Sorry, Ponder. She received a number of angry comments. Look, he's looking at me now. Yeah, it was one night I was really messed up. Anyway, one person wrote, I wouldn't pay 10 cents to see her after what you did to your fans for taking a selfie while you in the background. A former fan wrote, she definitely turned me against her for the way she treated her fans. Selfishly rude. No thanks. All right. So the $1 million question to you, too.
Okay.
Everybody in there. I haven't formed an opinion one way. I'm potentially, you guys can sway me. AJ jumped up. She's very excited
there
to
she
discuss
is.
this.
I love me some Miranda.
All right. I'm going to tell you right now, in this picture, there are 7 ladies. My question to you, who is the asshole in this photo?
Here, at the end of the day, you have to understand, like, if it's just 7 ladies in a crowd, Miranda's not going to notice them unless they're right up there and there's, like, flash photography or something else. But at the end of the day, I get so irritated, like, trying to watch a concert without my phone up,
Right.
because I'm trying to enjoy the moment, and everybody's got their phone in front of my freaking face, so I can't even see the concert. So I can't be there to see who I'm trying to see.
Debbie Burdett, one of our Patreon sponsors, she chimed in and has a comment. She said she thinks that Miranda is the asshole. She thought she would have the audience on her side, but it didn't play out well for her. Now, every person she has ever wronged is coming for her on TikTok. I heard she's not the nicest lady in the world, by the way.
No, I've heard that too.
Yeah. People from high school are coming out and how they were wronged by her, and I was a fan. So I appreciate Debbie saying that because she's not coming in biased and like didn't like her before that. So that's Debbie's opinion.
Yeah.
So you're saying...
But tell me you've never been at a concert and somebody's got their stupid ass phone right in front of your view to where you can't even see the concert because they're so worried about a selfie or videoing something that if people wanted to see the damn concert, they'd go to the concert. They don't need to see it on your damn TikTok.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm not going to ask somebody, hey, man, you got a video of that concert you went to? Because I would love to see it.
But on social media, you defended the women.
Yeah, I don't think it's their fault at all. I'm sure they paid good money for those seats.
So
who knows if they get out a lot? You know, their parents, they don't get out. Hey, we're going to live it up, take our picture with her in the background, not bothering her. It's not like they're running up to her, pestering her. Hey, give me this, take a picture.
What if the flash was in her eye?
No.
You don't think the flash got to her?
There's lights all over the place.
But she noticed it.
There's lights all over the place.
Everybody
Then
noticed
how would
it.
she have noticed that there are 7 women,
They were standing
6
up,
women?
probably. Because their concerts are that boring, everybody's sitting down.
What's wild is if you go back to that photo, I had no idea how short she was. She's tiny.
She's the other girl.
Anyway, AJ, I know you've got an opinion
What
on
is
this.
it?
And right now it's tied. So Kim is pro Miranda. Puddin is pro audience members.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at her. She's like, I'm not even jumping in the scream.
She agrees with Debbie that Miranda's the asshole here.
Okay. All right. So we've got 2.
That means I'm the asshole.
Let's bring the picture back up. Now, before I make a decision, I've got a lot of, very... doesn't this look like a
Look
real
at all the other
housewife?
lights around her in the back.
Well, here's the thing, too. Being a photographer, I can tell you right now, they didn't stand there for 30 minutes looking like that.
No.
So if they blocked the view for 5 seconds to get a picture, fuck Miranda.
Well, I'm going to tell you, whoever took this photography is amazing at, aligning the photo up. I don't know how many times I had to
absolutely.
take it, but that is nailed. And she looks like when... in Animal House, when the little angel and the devil pops up on the shoulder. I bet you she dates that Diet Dr. Pepper dude.
Little sweet.
Oh
Sweet.
You know what this story really is? This is what happens when 2 Karens meet in real life.
Oh,
They're out in the woods. Everybody in this picture is honestly...
They all called the manager.
Oh, my God. Nobody in that picture right there is hurting for money.
No.
I can tell you that. First of all,
On stage or off stage?
Yeah, you were saying that, this might be their one night out. No, these girls get out occasionally.
They get out a lot.
Well, that one girls almost got out in the picture,
Well,
so.
I think they're worth more than my house.
I didn't even see that. That is very true. I got $5, says they love the new Jason Aldean song.
Oh,
And I bet you they didn't drink one Bud Light at that show.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying I know these ladies, but I bet you at
You
least
know
a
these
few
ladies.
times they've said, "I'm not racist," but
Let me speak to the manager. Let me speak to the manager.
If she's white.
oh man, you know my whole thing about this is this. I think they're all assholes. Everybody. This is my opinion now.
Yeah.
I think everybody in that photo is assholes because Miranda Lambert, at the end of the day, those people that paid to come there and take that picture are the reason you have a salary.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I get it.
we make $40 a month on this show, and I pay out about $100 a month. So I feel like if anyone's going to complain at me at a show, I could do it because I'm
Right.
paying to
We
be
don't
there.
we don't have flash photography in here, okay?
No flash.
Secondly, the other thing about it for me is they have to know, regardless, that it's startling not only to the performer but to the people
Yeah.
around them. And it's that whole thing of like, there's times in life where I'd love the great photo, but it's not the right time for it,
Right.
you know. And then I don't even know the song. I don't know Miranda Lambert. I don't own an album. Nobody owns an album anymore.
No.
But it sounds like they picked one of the absolute worst songs to try to do.
Everybody's sitting down.
Flash photography.
All right, let's stop the show. Let's
Yep,
stop.
Stop it.
Yep.
Come
Pause for the
on.
cause.
Come on.
Pause for the cause.
You know, that's my whole thing. I think these ladies had paid their way in, much like Pudding said, and at the end of the day, they can do what they want. And unless they said a lot
Unless
of these
they're
shows,
jumping up onto the
No
stage,
flash
it doesn't matter.
photography?
a lot of shows say no flash photography, and this
Yeah.
is why this shit right here is also why a lot of artists confiscate phones now.
Yeah. Put them in them little packs.
When you go in,
Lock
you
'em
can't
up.
take your phone in because of what Kim was saying.
Yeah.
Where you're just trying to enjoy the show, and everybody's got that phone up because no one's going to watch those fucking videos.
Nah.
No
Nobody's
one.
going to watch that
Nobody.
on your phone.
No. You know, they're going to look at it and go, why
You're
is
doing this on TikTok. Oh my God, if I wanted to go to the concert, I'd go to the damn concert.
You know what, everybody, I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag for every single person that is watching the show right now. If you post a video of a concert that you're at, everybody else is like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Good for you. Nice job. I've heard that
Show
song
I
a
like to
million-
see a couple pictures, but I don't need to hear every fucking song. I'm just saying.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to leave this one as we're not fully sure who is the asshole. We had one vote for Miranda, one vote for the fans, one vote for everybody. Missy Myers says, sometimes I film my favorite song because they sing it too late, and I want to remember I was there. It was great.
And I'm too drunk.
I got to be honest with you.
Oh,
that
the
is-
4th of July fireworks too.
That's an action.
Yeah.
I love Missy's reaction on that
Yeah.
one, by the way.
Yeah.
I will say I have recorded a song. It was Joe Walsh, and it was Ordinary Average Guy.
Okay.
And I love that fucking song. And that's the only one I've ever. But I still listen to that video, but just the audio of it.
Right.
So, Josh Ponder says, who have watched those 4th of July fireworks videos?
2022 again.
Oh, Stacy Ponder says, I'm videotaping the entire Pink concert tomorrow for Gibbler.
Don't worry about it. I'll be there in September.
And she will have
Nice.
bootleg CDs available tomorrow after the show. I love that shit. I love this podcast. This is why we do this right here.
Right.
All right. So I think we can officially say that we don't have
don't
a
know.
distinct answer on who the asshole is.
Right.
No,
It
nope.
just-
Not yet.
Everybody's an asshole. That's where it is.
That's what
There
I
you
think.
go.
All right, Gibbler, are you ready to do some Gibbler's Giblets?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's see here. Where should I start? All right. I'm going to start where I wanted to start. So.
That's a good choice.
I know. Now I'm trying to find it. Shush.
Somebody's been drinking.
I have. Somebody needs to use the potty
Yes, I will,
too.
Missy. I'll do it for everybody
all right,
here.
I'll tell you what. We haven't done this in a long
A
time.
1 minute. Two.
I'm going to enjoy this as well. We are going to take a random pause for the cause. We haven't done this in a while, but it allows our buddy Kevin to get some commercials in. We will be back in 5 minutes. We will run down the countdown immediately. Go get a shot. Go use the bathroom.
Mystery shop.
Go make sure the kids are in
mystery
the
shots.
closet and they're okay. You know, whatever you're doing and enjoying the
Oh,
show.
Lord. Yes.
We will be back in 5 minutes. Don't leave.
Okay. Missy
Let me
said,
pull my shit up.
I'll go ahead and stream the Morgan Wallen concert for you guys if you want.
I like me some Morgan Wallen, but if I want to see him, I'm going to go
He's
see
the
him.
country. What's his name?
Matt Rafe.
Yeah. He's the country Justin Bieber. He's only got a few songs. I'm like, damn it, he's good.
He is
Or is it
good.
just a song?
I promise you, I don't know how many times that I've had that last night we let the liquor
Right.
talk stuck in my noggin.
All
it's
right.
terrible. Oh,
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the After Two Beers podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Dutch Dalton, joined as always by Kimmy Gibbler and Puddin'.
Hey.
And we got to come up with something clever, Puddin'. Like, we need to go and drink some beer after this and just
We'll
brainstorm.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. So we've gone through tonight already the Am I the Asshole segment. And if you're just tuning in, I highly recommend you go back. It's one of our better ones, and it was
Yeah.
totally off the cuff. So maybe that's what I'm learning. Tick-tock, tick.
TikTok.
All right, Gibbler, are you ready to do the Gibbler's Giblets?
I'm ready to do some Gibbler's Giblets.
All right, let's do it.
Alrighty. Okay, so this one is actually going to be about a movie. Has anybody seen the movie Idiocracy?
Oh, yeah.
No,
You've never seen it?
no.
Okay, so it's like they kind of like make fun of like the future of how the entire United States, they're all going to be run by idiots because the people that are smart,
Is
they
it a
don't want to
documentary,
reproduce. Well, this was filmed in 2004.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Who's in this film?
Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson and oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. It was a Mike
Dak
Judge
Shepard.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about that. I don't remember people's names.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody in there knows, feel free to jump in at any
Yeah.
time.
But anyway, so the wardrobe, like the funds for the wardrobe were really cheap. So they went to this company that hadn't been released yet, and they were like, oh, well, these are going to be cheap shoes. We'll just make everybody wear these.
Yeah.
And Mike Judge is like, but so
I know this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Is it Crocs?
Yep.
I think I've
Yep.
heard
You're one of those assholes that like messes up the whole punchline of a
We
joke.
ruined a good surprise on you.
my bad. I'm so sorry. I'm not really.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Go ahead and do your punchline.
All right. So the wardrobe designer showed me these shoes. They weren't out in the world yet, and she said, "This is a startup. They're making these shoes, and they're going to look completely ridiculous." And he's like, "Yeah, well, that's fine and all, but the only thing I'm worried about is what if these things blow up by the time the movie comes out and they're everywhere?" And she's like, that's never going to happen. No one is going to buy these things. They look stupid."
They do, though. That's the beauty of it.
And
still
they were
do.
Crocs. So
Everybody
everybody
loves
in the movie wears Crocs in this Idiocracy
Oh.
because they thought it was going to be something so stupid that they thought these were going to be shoes that were absolutely ridiculous.
I love how people customize them now, and
Oh,
you can
yeah.
buy like the deal.
Oh my God,
trinkets.
have you seen the little toes?
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
It looks gross. That's the reason you want some people wearing Crocs.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm telling you. You ever see people that walk out and this is just like that Miranda Lambert
could pick
deal.
up
Now, hear me out on this one. I know that technically by law, if you want to, you could take a photo of yourself at a concert.
Right.
No one's saying you can't.
Yep.
Some things in life you just shouldn't do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? There are people's feet that it is fine by law for you to wear open-toe shoes.
But you
Well, it's
shouldn't.
covered
But
in
you
things,
shouldn't. There's just
But you
things
shouldn't.
you shouldn't
You're
do.
picking up stray animals in a
So
field
some-
with them things.
And
Yes.
that's the whole point of Crocs is you can kind of appreciate wearing an open toe, but you're also protecting the public from your. I mean, they're bad, man.
Oh, yeah.
When you see people post pictures and like they have toes that cross over the other toe,
And they got like the big old
dude.
nasty 2-inch thick toenails.
jeez.
Not long,
Yeah.
but 2-inch thick.
Those are
You know
corn
those-
chips.
Oh,
Corn chips right there.
These look like the kind of people if they ever went into jail, they could cut their toenail off and use it as a shiv.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the movie. Yes. It reminds me of the movie Dumb and Dumber when they're like taking the grinder to the feet.
Oh, it's so true. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sorry.
So yeah, nope.
Next
You
time I'll
run
act like
the
it.
punchline.
Next time I'll
Thanks.
act like I don't know. I'll
But
be
yeah,
like,
apparently they thought that those dumb things were
Interesting.
going to pass.
well, you know what the beauty of it is? They were technically right. They have blown up, but they're still dumb looking. And is there anything dumber looking than a croc sunburn?
Do you know that JP is asking me? He's like, "Hey, should I wear flip flops or should I wear the Crocs?" I was like, "Flip flops. I don't care what your toenails look like. Put those flip flops on. They're still better than the Crocs. My gosh."
They should, you know what? In JP's defense, they should
But
come
they're
out.
so comfortable.
They should come out with like one of those little attachments, you know, like, but it's like a little like tuxedo, so that you can wear them to
So
formal
you can wear it to
events.
formal
Or
events.
bow ties.
A little
There
bow
should be
tie.
little bow ties, so or a collar. Like,
Those are my fancy
Right?
like you're wearing
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a collared shirt, but I have a collared croc. So
Right. That'll work.
You know what? And when you're going outside, they actually have ones that have. So this week I actually saw. I don't remember if it was Amazon or Tiki possibly both. That they have like little speakers that you can attach to your Crocs.
Jesus, man, what the fuck?
I've seen
And
lights.
they also have lights, like,
Yeah.
floodlights, so
is
that
what-
when you're letting the dogs out, you can
What
keep
the
an eye on them.
hell?
No.
People are so fucking stupid. I swear to God.
Idiocracy, you gotta look it
Oh
up.
my God, they're
Okay.
customizing this
Watch-
shit like it's
watch
an
the
ATV.
movie. Watch the movie.
Watch the movie. Watch the movie Idiocracy.
All
I've
right,
actually
Gibbler.
seen quite a bit of this
All right.
movie, but yeah.
Adam Green says apparently we are living in it.
We are living in the
I can't
movie
argue with
Idiocracy. All right. So, did you know that iPhones in movies, they cannot be used by the bad guy in movies?
What?
Yeah. So bad guys in movies can't use iPhones. Apple requires as a condition of licensing their products for use in film/TV that only protagonists are allowed to operate them on camera. So if someone's using an iPad in a horror movie, they will not secretly be the killer.
You know what? I'd be a bad guy too if I still use a BlackBerry.
Me too, if I still had my Zoom.
Hey, do you remember the little slide one?
I'm talking
slide
about the
one
little
where it had a
slidey wheel,
keypad?
man.
Oh,
Like, man,
man.
if this thing only had a way I could play music or like tell me how to get somewhere.
I got carpal tunnel off of one of those. Okay.
Oh,
It was bad. It was bad.
Uh,
But no, so bad guys can't use an iPhone in a movie.
well, there you go.
Let's see what
They
else.
can't
do we
shoot for
have?
shit either.
No.
You ever notice that?
Absolutely.
Fucking horrible shots. the
Oh,
bad guy-
yeah. I don't get that either. I know that you're supposed to, like, if you're running from a shooter, you're supposed to zigzag. These people are like straight
that's a
on and they still
crocodile.
can't get hit.
I think that's a crocodile.
Is it a crocodile?
You can't outrun a bullet no matter what pattern you run.
I
It don't
can't
matter
outrun
if you're
a
zigzagging or not.
you know what? The way I'm built, I can't outrun a crocodile or a bullet.
Let's
so
be honest. Most
let's
of the
go.
people recording this podcast right now would get winded after the first zig.
Right?
Hey, this is on the second floor, and I was like, nope, we're gonna have to move facilities.
I'm just hoping my girth will stop the bullet. Like, man, maybe I am Superman. Oh, nope. It's
All
my
right.
fat.
All right.
Just fat. Not Superman, just fat. That should be a T-shirt.
Yeah. Sticker. That's a sticker.
It's a sticker.
I'm not Superman. All right, keep going.
All right. So, anybody here got diabetes?
No,
Not
No?
yet.
not yet.
Well, I'm thankful
What'd
for
you-
your guys' doctors. So, back in the day, doctors would have to taste urine to see if you had diabetes. This was obviously before
Is that
testing
right from
strips.
the stream or in a cup?
I'm going to go with it probably in a cup.
You know what's funny about that? That was a dating technique I used with AJ.
What?
I'm like, will you test my sugar levels?
I don't think that was urine. That wasn't urine.
She just gagged on that.
That was something else straight from the tap.
Hey, would you try this straw real quick?
It was something else straight from the tap.
Was that sweet or not, baby?
Wah, wah.
Womp, womp, womp.
God,
All right. So I'm
lucky
gonna go
man.
with. I'm gonna go with.
Let's do one more. Come on now.
One
Come
more?
on.
What you got?
What you got?
Should I go with like an off of last week's song or should I go with something else?
Girl, do what you want to do. It's your world. We're just
Your
living in
giblets.
it.
Your
I'm going to
giblets.
go with a different one.
All right, let's do
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
So, Ford has patented a system enabling self-repossessing truck.
Oh, I've heard about this. This is fucking horrible.
What the hell? So, through connectivity and automation, these vehicles could potentially drive themselves back to the dealer in the event of missed payments.
Not with 4
The
flat
I-
tires. Come get this shit now.
It better be strong enough breaking this low chain.
Hey, we're at least pulling out some bushes while you're doing
Oh man, can you imagine
it.
like
We're
the family?
landscaping.
They're like they have like 8 kids and each one of them has to take a shift in the truck so they can't repo it. I need to go out. You got the 2 to 4 shift. You can take the BB gun. You got to sleep in the front seat.
But no, the truck actually like drives itself back to the dealership.
Yes, but you know
How
what's
crazy is
but
that?
here's what's wild about that technology. It's not just that.
Yes.
So they would set it up so that the repo could take that vehicle back if you've missed, let's say, X number of payments, right?
Yeah.
But what's also they're talking about, these cars are becoming so smart
Yep.
that there are certain features that you're going to have to pay for, even though the car has it.
Right.
So, like heated seats.
Yeah. I've
If you
seen that. Yeah.
if you don't pay it, they're not going to give it to you.
They
But
won't
if
turn
you,
it on.
If you want to log onto your phone and pay the $8.99 a month, hit the button.
They will heat
your
your
seats.
seat. I have seen that.
Well, that's stupid because lots of companies have heated seats year round.
No, what I'm saying is
all of them are gonna
those
start going to
features.
it?
If you want to buy your Air, you can buy a base model vehicle just like you can buy a base model phone, and it's the apps that you put on it that really make a phone stand out, right?
Right.
That's why people download apps, and the free ones they give you
Yeah.
commercials the whole time, and that's how they make their money. The other ones you pay for the app.
Yep.
They're going to do the same thing with these vehicles, where you want your GPS to work, $5 a month. If you want your heated seats to work, you want your
Yeah.
my phone right now.
One-time payment of $89.99.
I own a Jeep that I paid north of 50 grand for, that I could start with an app on my phone right now, as long as I pay for the app.
Wow.
They have the feature. It's free. It's just hitting a button. But so it's already
charge
being
you to do it.
started, and this is the first part of it. This is
So you can only start it on the phone with that app.
yes, I can start it
But
with the key.
does it have the key fob?
Right, but like
Yeah.
when I worked at
So you just pick and choose whether you're gonna do the extra stuff.
well, what they'll do is they'll make the key where you have to be basically sitting on the hood
Yeah.
to start the damn thing. So like when I worked at the company that you used to work at, it wouldn't work to the parking lot because we had to park way out in the back 40.
Yeah.
So-
Back 40.
And a lot of people in a lot of cities, especially if you have to park in a parking garage or away from your vehicle,
Cold.
you'll want to start it on your phone. And
Yeah.
and Jeep is already starting to make you pay for it.
Wow.
Okay. Now I can tell you that has come in very helpful at one particular time that I actually lost my main set of keys on a roller coaster at Kings Island.
Oh, wow.
What coaster
But
was
I had I
was this a little beastie?
Baby.
no, it was one where my feet were dangling, I'm sure of it. But anyway, I
Why'd you
lost
keep
my
your keys on your toes?
Yeah.
No, they were in a pocket, but it went overboard.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
But I'm going to tell you, they're so good at that. They actually got me my keys the next week. They mailed them to him.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, luckily I had the app to where I had a spare set of keys in my car, just in case. I don't know why I thought of the just in case, but where I could actually open my car with an app to be able to get the keys to be able to drive.
Good thing I know how to hotwire a car. Just smash the window.
Yeah.
And then
And
No, it's good.
I ain't got an app for it. I have an application.
It's going to be a windy ride.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? We're running long. So let's go. Gibbler, appreciate so much the Giblets.
Yes.
I'm enjoying the pace of the show tonight. It's a little
Good
different
One. Good one.
than what we've been doing. And now we're going to jump into our news story. Now, normally,
Oh, I love it.
well, we normally talk about people that get drunk and do something stupid. And you guys are basically getting to watch that already. I don't know why you need
That's
to hear a
us.
story about it.
Yeah, right?
So I picked something that was interesting to me, but in the way that I think, in the after 2 beers way.
Oh, go love
Okay,
it.
and that's the new song. It's not even new, from what I understand. It's Jason Aldean's "Try That in a Small Town." So now here's the thing I've always promised Gibbler, and it's the truth.
I don't like political.
We're never going to talk about politics on this show. We're never going to talk about religion. I think that's basically it.
It's kind of like drunk rules. You don't talk about those things after you've been drinking.
No, but most people do.
I know,
And
but
I
don't.
I get to read them on social
I
media.
try not to because I don't want to make an
All
ass
right.
of myself or someone else.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of, I haven't really researched necessarily about the song because I'm not that concerned with the tune. I'm really more interested in how people reacted to a song, and then how divisive everything can be today if we let it become divisive.
Oh, yeah.
But more importantly, I grew up as a Gen Xer.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I feel like my life has been, it's vastly different than people that are growing up today.
Oh,
Oh,
by
extremely.
far.
But I'm sure the
My
boomers
gosh.
can say that about, I mean, we're only 150 years away from people still fighting the Indians in Texas or Native.
Right.
I'm serious.
American.
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
And
we-
the fact that you called them Indians.
well, first of all,
It's the
don't.
Washington Redskins.
Are you busting my nuts?
No.
Actually,
I'm
it's
joking.
funny though because I took that test, and I have more Native blood in me.
Than
They-
Irish, and I have more Irish.
I don't have
than
any
that.
Irish. I have more than who's the?
I think we got our
senator.
I think we got our
And,
spit
oh,
swabs
God,
mixed
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Anyway, so regardless, where am I going with this? You got?
It's the
About the
song.
Jason Aldean song.
Yeah, I
It's
know
not
that.
that
No,
song.
I've got the notes in front of me. I was trying to figure out where exactly I was in that moment.
Oh, okay.
That's why they call this after 2 beers.
Yeah.
Like literally, like
It's been
Maybe
way
we
more
should
than
call it
two.
after one beer.
no.
No,
What's the
that would
fun
be
in that?
terrible.
Gibbler is in rare form tonight. All right, so the point was we don't talk about politics, we don't talk about religion, and other than that, it's basically game on.
Right.
Okay.
Got it.
So the Jason Aldean song, as far as I understand it, is a song that came out that he basically says committing crimes is bad, and if you do it in a town that has a small population, you're not going to get away with it. Is
Right.
that fair? That seems
Well,
pretty
Yeah, that
legit.
sounds like pretty legit what he's trying to say.
No. Small town, are we? Sleeping with cousins? Can you get away with that? In a small
Well,
town?
we're going to talk about that. It's interesting. Now, what's wild about and I think there's one particular phrase in the song I think that hurt a lot of people, either in the butt or in the brain, if you get hurt by a song
Okay.
because
Fire.
I grew up in the
It's all on perception.
well,
Right.
Essentially.
yeah. So,
Good and bad.
but it's the video as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the violence that was shown in it. What was weird to me is the video was recorded in a town that clearly wasn't a small town. Like, we live close. I mean, Richmond's not even a small town.
Right.
We live close to Fountain City, where my kids go to school, that doesn't have a stoplight. I was thinking today, I'm like, where's the post office in that town?
Oh, do they have one?
I don't.
They do.
Where?
I feel like it's right on Main, I feel like.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No?
I've
In
drove through
Fountain
that.
City?
Yeah.
It's a block west off the main intersection.
That's how you know it's a small town.
You don't even see
How
it.
many bars do they have in that town?
None.
How many Dollar Generals?
None.
Actually, none.
How many churches?
8.
One?
One, I think. isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, if that's not the definition of small fucking town, if you
That's
don't have
the
a bar
definition of
or a
small
Dollar
town.
General,
But you got a church.
Lynn has a fucking Dollar General.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, absolutely.
So my point is, I
And
understand
a
small
Dairy
towns.
Queen.
We got 2 stoplights in Lynn.
Show off.
Yeah, they do.
That is
dude.
right. Just the one north of town.
One by Astral.
Yeah.
You're
I love
one
counting
by
now.
the gas
You're
station.
counting now.
Oh, yeah.
My point
It
being
changes.
is this: the fact that we can even have a conversation about this, and we both know, like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to. Literally, there's a liquor store in that town, which actually I guess there's a liquor store in
In
Fountain
Fountain City,
City,
yes,
but
there
it's
is.
attached to the
A
convenience store.
mart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is the definition of small town.
And they're about to get a Starbucks kiosk, not to do the same with Club.
Who is?
The little,
Fountain City?
Yep, the mini mart.
Shut your
Do you think Starbucks competes secretly with Dollar General to see who can get into every town first?
Yes.
It's like a big game.
I
I don't know how it'd be that big of it. Never mind.
Any-
It's a
That's not
kiosk.
the
Anyway,
point.
let
Yeah.
me pull it back in. Everybody's got ADD, and we're all liquored at this point. So that's the point of the show. And I hope if you're at home, do we have anybody still watching through this madness?
Yeah, you got 7 people.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys
Thank
are
you
saints.
guys.
All right.
I love you.
So here's the Jason Aldean thing. So he writes a song about what we talked about a second ago. And here's the part I struggle with the tune. I feel like this song has already been written and it's been done way, way, way better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where'd you got?
Hank Williams Jr. wrote a song called A Country Boy Can't
Oh,
Survive.
that's one of my favorite songs
It's
ever.
basically the exact same premise, only he doesn't take shots at necessarily individuals. And I fucking
Right.
love that tune.
That's the best.
It's a great one.
Okay?
My favorite.
Right. He's basically saying the exact same thing
Mm-hmm.
that Jason Aldean, and from what I understand, I don't even think Jason Aldean wrote this tune.
No.
Probably
they say
not.
It's
he
not
doesn't.
his best work.
None of them do anymore.
Like that Duffy song he does. That's pretty kick-ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know that song in the middle 90s he did? The guy, the singer, Duffy. Come on. Help me out here. I'm not
Joe Duffy?
Joe Duffy. Remember the song he did?
Joe Diffie?
Diffie, thank you.
I'm
Even better.
like, who
Duffy
the hell is
Diffie.
Duffy?
That's my point. I don't
Okay,
know this
there we
shit,
go.
and I'm
Two
not
bears
trying.
is Duffy.
I'm not trying to hate on
I
Aldean.
thought, like, yes.
You know the
It's
fucked
the
up part?
Simpsons beer brand, right? Isn't that Duffy?
No, that's just
okay.
Duff.
Okay.
Yeah, that I know. Jason Aldean song. And the ironic part is I've been to a Jason Aldean concert,
There you
which
go.
Miranda Lambert played at.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, I didn't take a selfie. Anyway.
Good.
All right, so pull me back in. Jason Aldean, small town song. What I'm trying to say
Okay.
is this. I feel like the three of us are good representations of people that know what a small town is.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating on Jason Aldean for just being Jason Aldean. Like, I don't care for the song a whole lot, but that's not saying I hate on the song. I just don't like that particular tune, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
'Cause-
okay.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
But here's the thing I realized about that tune as I was going through the lyrics, and this is where I want the 7 viewers that are still with us to kind of follow me down. And pull the audio out of my ear if you would. I've got enough shit going on in my brain. The last thing I need is that tune.
Ow.
All right. So I realized as a Gen Xer that I was actually taught differently than Jason Aldean is singing about. Some of my absolute favorite people that I grew up on that influenced me as a human being were people that did just the opposite, that absolutely tried it in a little town and won, and we were all fucking happy about it.
Right.
All right?
okay.
And so I asked my buddy Kevin, I sent him some photos today, and we're going to talk about some of these people that Jason Aldean would not
Okay.
enjoy because they tried it in a small town and they made it work.
I already.
All right?
Oh my gosh.
All
There's
right.
a couple right there.
Yeah,
I see.
that's where they're
Oh.
coming, buddy. Let's do our first one here. All right, Kevin. All right, here we
There
go.
you go.
What we have here is the film called The Roadhouse.
Dalton.
And on the left, you have Dalton. Thought he'd be a little bigger.
Be a little bigger.
And on the right, we have a gentleman named Wade Garrett. Now, these two gentlemen came into this town. Actually, Garrett just showed up because his buddy was there. He wasn't even
Yep.
supposed to be there.
Called him in
Dalton
for
at
help.
least had a job.
Yep.
And there was a guy in town that had shit going right. Businesses were thriving. There was a car lot.
But he had a lot of trouble going on.
Yeah, there was a auto parts store.
Caught fire.
There was a bar, the Double Deuce.
Double deuce.
Everything worked out right. What was his name? Brad Wesley.
Brad Wesley.
Brad Wesley. And Dalton comes in and tries it in a little town and took the whole damn thing. They
I don't think he tried it in a little
yeah,
town, though.
he did. He fucking killed like all the main dudes. And
He was fixing the town.
was he fixing it? Because at the end of that movie, here's what I know for sure.
Okay.
Okay? Car lot gone.
Gone.
Auto parts store burned. Guy's old house that he was sleeping at blown up.
Yeah.
He
You know what was still
He
there?
was trying.
The double deuce.
The Double Deuce. Yeah, the bar was still good. My point is, I appreciate the Dalton guy. We rooted for Dalton. He killed
Yeah.
so many people in that movie.
He really
Ripping
did.
throats
Yes,
out and everything.
but Jason Aldean would not approve.
Don't
Let's
try
be
that.
straight. You don't come into my town and try that shit, Dalton. All right, let's go to the next one.
This is just a Christmas movie. It's
Yeah.
a guy trying to get home to his family.
Right now, Kim has never seen this film.
I've never seen it.
This is Rambo.
I really have not.
This is Rambo
It's terrible.
First Blood, and the guy on the left is a decorated military veteran
Right.
that did tours for his country and then got treated like most of our veterans do. They sent him home with PTSD, and then they didn't give him any medical treatment. And then he's still wearing the Army fucking jacket when the cop here, what's his name? Brian Dennehy starts fucking with him. And at the end of the show, you know what John Rambo did? He tried it in a little town and fucked him up. And I loved it. Here's the thing. All these examples are people that tried it in a little town and everybody loves them for it.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jason Aldean would not be a fan of John Rambo. All right, let's bring up the next one. Oh,
my favorite movie ever.
Is it really?
I love it.
Look at these son bitches.
That is my
Some
dream car.
bitches.
77 Pontiac Trans Am is my dream car.
What we have here, if you look at the guy on the left, Jerry Reed, that's the snowman.
Yep.
And then on the right, we have the bandit.
The Bandit.
The bandit.
Bandit.
Now, see these two guys right here? They tried it in a little town. They fuck
Texarkana.
with cops all the time.
Texarkana.
These guys were bootleggers. They were against the law. They were going into towns. They broke into the distributor and stole the beer out of there.
Yep.
They ran over motorcycles in the parking
Jumped over
lot.
bridges.
Right, ran through a football game.
He got beat up at the bar. So
Yeah,
I mean,
well, because his dog
right.
bit a biker. He had
He
his,
was trying it in a small town.
his dog wasn't on a leash. He tried it in a small town. But the point is, I love him for it. So there's another example.
Right.
Jason Aldean clearly was not a Smokey and the Bandit fan.
Nope.
Let's bring up our next one. Oh, man.
What's this?
This is the Blues Brothers.
Is that a small town? No, that one's
I've
It's not a
seen-
small town, but what I wanted to prove is because Jason Aldean sang in front of that big courthouse, and there was lots of shit going on, is that you can be in a big town too and still fuck with it and try it on. Now that's what these two
Try
guys
it on for size.
try it in there, right? Now in the middle of that madness is the Blues Brothers. That's Jake and Elwood Blues, and now they're on a mission from God.
Got to get the band back together.
And look at all these cops. Do you know how much money they caused in accidents? How many cop cars that were piled
That
up?
was like at one time when they recorded biggest
Car
wrecks in film history.
right downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, the mayor lost their job because of that job.
Yep.
That
What?
movie. Yeah, they allowed them to record in Daly Plaza.
It wasn't a small town.
No, Chicago. It's a great city. But the whole point of it is I love the Blues Brothers, and they fuck with the man, which Jason Aldean does not prefer. No. And here's the thing. I'm not trying to hate on Jason Aldean. My point trying to prove is that maybe there are times to try it in a little town.
Try it, figure it out.
All right, let's do another one.
Maybe you're sitting behind a taste
can we go?
freeze.
No, can we go back before we go to the Duke's answer? I want to read Debbie's stuff because this is the exact opposite of what he's talking about in the song. And this is why I love the show right now. So, Debbie, I appreciate your comment, and please explain it to me because, to be completely straight, I haven't read into what the song's about. And if there's people in there, Josh Ponder says, not familiar with the song, but I would imagine he's talking about a town policing themselves when any outsiders brought trouble their way. That's exactly what fucking John Rambo. They tried to police them, but they were fucking assholes.
Didn't happen.
It's got
special set
All right,
skills.
now let's bring up one of my absolute favorites, and as a kid.
Yes, sir.
So now what a lot of people don't know, this isn't Life PD or On Patrol.
Hazard County.
Kids of my kids
Generally.
even. Yeah, that is.
But did you like it for Daisy?
Roscoe
Come on.
Pico
No,
Train.
I was 8 years old. I didn't even know what Daisy was flaunting around.
You were getting a little half sub.
no,
from
are you
Daisy.
serious? They were
Nope.
fucking jumping in that.
Boss
that,
Hog, Roscoe
that
Pico
horn was
Train.
amazing. Now, so
Cooter.
I started comparing the lyrics. Cooter, yeah.
You can't have that name in today's times.
Yeah, why not? I have anyway. There's a Cooter's Garage in Nashville, and I have this magnet. So I got to thinking about it, and I wanted to compare it because I am a big Dukes of Hazzard fan.
Yep.
I know it's not politically correct in 2023 because of the
Generally.
the general. Generally first of all, and then obviously the flag on the hood. But the whole premise of this film, or this television series, which was very, very, very popular,
Yeah.
which was canceled in some people's eyes because of cancel culture,
Yep.
goes absolutely against everything Jason Aldean is singing about in this song.
Yeah.
So hear me out on this, okay? And this is why I'm trying to show the hypocrisy of It's not
everything.
Yes, because it's on both sides. It's not just liberals. It's not just conservatives. But here's the song lyrics for the Dukes of Hazzard, and I basically feel like it sums up the show that I still love to this day.
Yeah.
And if that makes me a bad person, I apologize, because I don't try to be. I love everybody.
All right.
But I love the show. But these are the lyrics. Just the good old boys.
Never meaning no harm.
And that's exactly what Jason Aldean was singing about, and then they vastly take a different path.
Yep.
Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law
Since the day they
since
were
the
born.
day they were
Since
born.
the day they were born.
These guys were no good. They weren't. Honestly, if somebody like that lived here today and they were in trouble with the law all the time, I'd probably hang out with them at a bar, to be honest.
Here's what
Debbie
said.
said, so the Duke Boys would be what the song is about. Try to fuck around and find out. You try to mess with the Dukes, and they will take you down in their town. But see, here's the thing, Debbie, and this is where I contradict, and I know what you're saying. It was the law they were fighting.
Yeah.
That entire movie.
Boss hog.
But
Yeah.
the Duke boys were taking all of the moonshine and taking it elsewhere.
And that's the ironic part about the show. And I love it. They were actually
they
doing
were
illegal.
thieving. They were thieving.
Uncle
They were
Jesse was
running
a
from the
moonshiner.
law.
Uncle Jesse was a moonshiner.
Right.
Yes.
And they were bootleggers. They weren't thieving. They were bootleggers. They were running liquor. Actually, if you look at the opening scene or the credits,
Yeah.
they show the illegal slot machines they have in their garage or their barn. And I love it. But the whole point of it is the exact opposite. Now, if somebody came into town and fucked with them, you know what they were doing? They weren't saying, if you come to our town, try it here.
Yeah.
They're fucking protecting their territory.
Yeah. They still
They're
protect
pimps. They are fucking pimps. This is my town, and you don't come in and run
Nope.
moonshine.
My
That's
town.
exactly what it's about. Think
Yep.
about it. All right, let me keep going with this song.
Okay.
Trouble with the law since the day we were born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. These guys are gods, and they were in my eyes too.
Yeah.
I loved them.
I had the big wheel.
Oh man, I did
snap.
too. I actually did too.
Yeah.
I think I had little Hot Wheels.
I'm going to tell you right now, I remember, and this is going to show my Gen X deal, there's a lunchbox that used to come with a thermos.
Yep.
And I bet you that thing's worth some money today.
Absolutely is.
But you would open it up, and I remember there was a place here in Richmond, Indiana, used to called the Gingerbread House. And I would take my generally lunchbox with the thermos, which I don't know, juice in it. I don't know what the hell I had in it.
Tomato soup.
Debbie says, but the law is not what the song is about. There are a few lines about the play. Yeah, and I agree, Debbie. I'm just really what I'm trying to prove more is just that they're kind of similar, and it's all in reference to how you want to interpret it.
Yeah.
And if you want to get butt hurt by a song, because
At the end of the day, it's a
Once
damn
again,
song.
it's a song.
well,
And I
it
still
is a
hate
song.
the Eagles.
Well, if you don't like the Jason Aldean song, fucking turn it off. We clearly have a lot of people who don't like our show because our numbers don't go up much.
Yeah, sorry about that. Haven't got us.
And Debbie, I'm cool with that. It's about regular people sticking up for their town like the olden days. And I think that's what I mean. I think his heart was in the best place. And that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
When I said, I love the song by Hank Williams Jr., A Country Boy Can't Survive. Because that's basically what he's saying. No matter how bad the world gets, we're all going to be fine. And I just thought it was done in a better way. But the funny thing to me was, even in those scenarios, Debbie, where people are sticking up for their town, these are instances
Where
where
people
somebody
still
came
start
in
in a small
and
town.
yeah, and it's tongue in cheek. So
Yeah.
I didn't even like the song before people start. It's really not that good, right?
It's not that great.
No, I would still rather the Dink. So let me go on. I've got one or two more of these of people that fucked with it in a small town and succeeded. At least this one, this guy
Oh,
here.
for heaven's sakes.
Now there's going to be a lot of.
Oh, he's canceled already.
So the guy on the right here is the sheriff. That's his name's Yosemite, and the guy on the left's name's Bugs. Now this asshole on the left has been fucking with this guy
Forever.
and
Ever.
all he's doing is trying to keep the law in his town.
I've also read it full of critters.
Oh, see the guy on the left? I watched him fuck with a guy on this show that was a hunter. That all he's out there was trying to
Yeah,
take
right.
care of his family. His name was Elmer.
But he was hunting
rabbits.
rabbits.
It don't matter. He's just trying
He's
to.
a rabbit.
He was a.
Providing for his family.
he was a. He was a responsible gun owner, and this liberal, this conservative on the left named
For heaven's
Bugs.
sakes. This is so stupid.
That's the whole point. Is some of the heroes in our life that we've been taught to love as Generation X.
Wile E. Coyote, never give up, baby.
No, man. And that guy was just trying to eat, like, he was trying to do a keto diet.
He was keto.
Bleep, 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 bleep. That's all, folks.
No, you couldn't eat that, dude. That's, that's pork. Anyway, the whole point, what I'm trying to show again with this is that, it's all in how you want to interpret something. A lot of my favorite artists growing up, I loved hip hop and rap in the 90s, and I owned Ice Cube albums, and I owned NWA albums, and I'm Public Enemy. Loved it.
Yeah.
And so it
All
was,
over.
and you didn't even have to interpret it. They were in your face, telling you exactly what they thought. But I appreciated them for living the life that they lived, and that was their journey.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Debbie's basically trying to say is that Jason Aldean is saying, and he didn't even write it, but whoever wrote it is saying, there's a lot of shit that goes down in little towns that we are going to protect our own if you come around. And that's what NWA's rapping about too. And it's funny to me, this whole show, we have basically structured around shit that is not fucking important.
Right. It could be political, but we're not making it.
It's not even that. You've got people that took a picture in the front row of a concert.
Right.
And before social media, that would have never gone anywhere.
No.
And this song, if they played it on the radio and you didn't like it,
You'd
turn
turn
the
it.
channel.
you would just fucking turn it and you wouldn't hear about it. And now
You wouldn't
everybody...
hit record
That's
play on your
Twitter,
cassette.
Facebook,
Oh, well.
Spotify.
I'll tell you this. We've run long on tonight's show. I thank Kevin for sticking around and
Yeah.
anyone that stuck around to watch us.
Thank you.
But Ponder says pretty much fuck around and find out. Can I, do you guys, this is my ADD and we're getting ready to finish up. So if you're sticking around, you got 5 more minutes, you can go pee. Debbie says, people get butt hurt over everything. 100% agree. I saw they're doing the live action version of Snow White, but they are not vertically challenged people, and they call them by their names because Dopey and the Opioid.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
You know what the thing is? We're basically going to vanilla-ize everything
Yes.
to the point that it's just not going to be entertaining.
No.
And people aren't going to watch it.
No.
And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe people will get to a point where they just put down their phones and put down the television and
I'd say screw it.
go outside and do something.
Hang out
Yes.
with the family.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Debbie. 100. All right.
What does the fox say?
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
This is what happens when your producer gets a mic options.
You said go outside and do something, you know. I thought, what does the fox say?
What does the fox say?
Oh,
Got it.
what was I just going to talk about? I did it again.
You did. I
This
love
is
you, buddy.
you guys are basically seeing a live version of what not you two. This is literally how ADD works.
ADHD works. Yes.
This is the equivalent of opening the refrigerator and going, "What was I looking for?"
Right?
Yeah, that very moment.
Start
right
leaving
there.
notes in the refrigerator
Yeah.
for yourself.
That's why I write notes for this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, it'd be us up here bitching for an hour and a half about stuff. I think I was basically trying to say was that we talk about a lot of things today that really don't matter.
Right.
And there's a lot of important shit going on, like in even all those examples I used. Jason Aldean is talking about an important point, which is, I do think it's important to have community pride. And a lot of people here locally like to bitch about Richmond, Indiana. And I'm sure if you're watching this from somewhere outside of Richmond, Indiana, you probably experience the same thing. No one thinks the town
In their
is
own
good.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody always thinks the past is the past and it was better and the future's going to suck. That's what every generation has
Well, it's
ever
up
thought.
to them
Yeah.
to change it. So.
Yeah, they always think it's going to suck. And so when I talked about the John Rambo thing, in all seriousness, there's a big point there too, which is I think sometimes the United States could be the biggest deadbeat dad in the world.
Oh,
we send
absolutely.
these kids
Got
off
to.
to go and fight because they don't have a future, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they come home and they need help and we don't take care of them. And that's what Rambo was talking about.
Right.
And then the Duke boys were just fucking amazing. They had this car that had
Just
this
trying
horn.
to make a living, buddy. Just trying to make a living.
And nobody liked Boss Hog, so it worked out great.
Yeah, just trying to make a living.
Yeah. I'll give you, I know you know this. I'll give you $5 if you can name the bar they used to go to.
Was it the Boar's Nest?
Yes.
$5.
I'll get, well, no, I knew he would know it. The Boar's Nest, that's how you know it's a real fan. Anyway, again, thank you to everybody that stuck
Thank
around
you.
tonight. We went on a different path tonight. I kind of like it.
Love you.
If I love you too.
You
love
want me
them.
to do the end of the show for you?
Do what now?
You want me to do the end of the show for you?
Uh-oh, what is
What
it?
is that?
Hold on.
And
No.
we say it at the end of every
No,
show.
no, hold
it. Hold it. I got some shit to say before I say that. This is a big favor that I ask of anyone that's watching this now live, or if you're watching this later, like I saw my buddy Brad, who's one of our Patreon sponsors, or if you're listening to us. I mean this sincerely from the bottom of my heart. We only want to do this show to entertain you as well. Part of this is just to, at the end of the day, we're all struggling with something, and we're all fighting anxiety or depression, or just life can get fucking hard. And we just want to make the best show possible for all of you. So this show was drastically different than what we've been doing. And if you like this version or liked elements of this version plus the old version, just let us know, because I'll be more than happy to come on here and talk about all the people in Florida that screw shit up. And we will do that again. But again, we're really doing this for all of you as well. So it's I kind of feel like it's our way of volunteering. You
Yes.
know, we're all just trying, like Jason Aldean said, we're just trying to take care of our community.
There you go.
And I mean that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Just
All
trying
right.
to give him something to laugh at.
Yeah. Thanks again to our Patreon sponsors, to all of you. Thanks again to our buddy Kevin Shook that puts up with us even when we run long and allows us to take breaks. And you know, if you like the show, feel free to go to our webpage, after2beers.com. There's a little tip jar. You can just click on it for as little as $1. You can give us a tip.
Yes.
And or the whole thing. You can give it to us the whole.
Just
Yeah.
not
some
just the
beer.
tip.
Yeah, or you can become a Patreon sponsor, which really means you love us, and you basically can start as little as $3 a month to continue to put this amazingness out in front of you.
For less than a cup of coffee.
Right, and there's got some amazing stickers, and if you want some of the stickers, if you come here live and watch the show, I'll give them to you for free. Oh. And I mean that sincerely.
Oh, snap. We
mean,
got
yeah,
initiatives.
Snickers.
And there you go, free stickers. I got 5 of them.
I like it.
All right. We say this at the end of every show. Kevin, I guess if you want to play it, you can. If not, I can do it on the... we say it at the end of every show, and it's the most important thing we say in the entire hour that we speak, and that is this. If you see someone out there that you think is struggling, they probably are. And people are proud, you know, and it's a little hard sometimes to reach out to somebody and say that, you know, you need some help. So if you see someone you think is struggling, they probably are, just reach out to them and say, hey, appreciate you, love you, hope you had a great week. What's your day been like? Just reach out, and you might be surprised how something so small might mean the absolute world to somebody.
Yep.
You know, and I'll say this at the end of all of this, after we've been doing this for 5 years, if that is what I'm remembered for, then I fucking did it.
And you did it.
Amen.
That's
I
it.
did it. I'm proud of that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Gibbler, I guess, and Puddin',
Yes.
without further ado, we will talk to them all next week.
After 2 beers.